When you try to do business with people, you dupe them. You forget you are born again. Somebody gives you money to keep. You start telling him stories. Sorry, NEPA bill, they brought a bill of 30,000. And the story you are telling does not connect to the money they gave you to keep. You have forgotten what you look like. Somebody lent you money. Please, I'm dying. Borrow me 500,000. And they loan you this 500,000. The person reminds you, say, is it because of 500,000 that you are talking to me like this? You have forgotten what you look like. The same you that came begging, please help me. This is a police case. If I don't do this money now, they may arrest me. And then you say, when are you paid? Because this money, I want to use it for something. And then you bring the money and give. When it is time to pay, the person will now need to remind you. You have forgotten that you borrowed 500,000. The person will now need to remind you of the money. And then when they remind you, you say, is it because of 500,000 that you are blocking me in church after service? You have forgotten what you look like. You see yourself, walk away, and forget what you look like. Many times, when we behave, it is because the consciousness that we are believers is no longer there. Next verse.
But if you look carefully into the perfect law that sets you free.
The Bible calls it the perfect law that sets you free. It is the law of the Spirit of life in Christ Jesus. That is the perfect law that sets you free. King James calls it the perfect law of liberty. Yes?
And if you do what it says, and
if you do what this law that sets you free says, and you don't forget it. Yes?
Then God will bless you for doing it.
Hi. There is a promise attached to doing. I love the way he puts it. He said, then, after you have done, God will bless you for doing it. Others will ignore it. They will hear it and walk away and forget what they look like. Another person hears it and does it. He said, then God will bless you for doing it. Help me tell your neighbor, not for hearing it. Help me tell another person, not for writing it, but for doing it. That is where any blessing you need in church lies. Many of us have succeeded in hearing it. Even hearing it is not easy, because some of us are sleeping off. You can't even hear it. So when you don't succeed in hearing it, that means you did not even write it. And then when you don't write it, you say, what did they even say we should do? And then that's where the parable, the farmer will apply. Some fell on the wayside, and the birds of the air picked it. So when you come back on Wednesday, what did we say on Sunday? What was the topic of Sunday? You say, the message was very powerful. Though I cannot remember the topic, but it was very, very, very powerful.